Got it. All right. Well, I don't know where I should start. Do you want to start with what we're doing, or should we just go with the open forum and you guys ask questions and I'll try to provide the best answer?
For
Why
what?
don't you give an update, Steve, on what we're doing and what
Okay.
days we're doing Rotary stuff. I know that the weekend is open, Saturday, Sunday is open, but then we're doing Rotary stuff on practically, I think, every day except for Saturday and Sunday.
Correct. Well, actually, we were gonna start off with Thursday and Friday. We're gonna go to the schools up in the hills, up in the mountains outside of Ba, which is about 40 miles from Nandi, where we're staying at. And we're gonna deliver school supplies, dictionaries, reading books, and female hygiene products. And the schools of focus on this trip are the schools that are all going to be benefiting from our global grant, which we are doing a wash project. 6 schools are going to get, I think they were 5,000-liter water tanks and filters. So the kids have access to clean drinking or clean water. And then 2 of the 6 schools are also going to get bathrooms for the girls and boys. And there's going to be, I think they were going to do 6 or 8 bathrooms for each, you know, 6 for the girls and 6 for the boys. Because the schools are average about 100 kids.
What school is this, Steve?
Um,
Is this the one on the ninth? Or the one on the,
well, I planned it so Thursday we'll get together with the Latoka Rotary Club and get organized with all the school supplies for delivery. And then
that's
we
the
might
first day,
actually,
right?
yeah, during the daytime.
First
And
day.
then actually attempt to do some schools just because of the distance and the travel time. I don't think we can do all 6 in one day. So I wanted to try and break it up on Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday night, I was hoping to organize a dinner with all of us and our Rotarian brothers and sisters down there that are assisting us in the project and also assisted us in our past projects that we've been doing down there since 2006. Um, Also wanted to recognize my friend Mark Makaroth from the McDonald's Charities. He's the managing director for McDonald's, but he's been very instrumental in assisting us with getting all the information we needed to do the global grant. So I wanted to make sure he got recognized when we were there. That would be then Sunday would be an open day, and then Monday we'd do the Nandi school, and then also take you guys to the Nandi Special Education School, which is a school that the Rotary Club of Hilo has been doing projects at for the last 12 years. And that's the school that we actually assisted with building a building and classrooms and all kinds of good stuff. So we normally go there to go visit the kids. And that school is very special to us because when we started the project, there were a few kids there that, were probably like 13, 14 years old, and they actually finished high school, went to university, and now they're teachers at the school today. And, they're all handicapped special ed kids. So that to me is pretty awesome. And then Tuesday would be an open day for us to go shopping and do whatever you want to do. I was hoping maybe Saturday or Sunday we could do a day cruise, go to an outer island, have some fun. So I'm open to any questions.
So, Chels, Roz, are you definitely going?
That's why we're here tonight, trying to decide.
What is that?
I'm trying to, can you guys hear me? I'm trying to decide tonight.
Because I know that Nancy and I are roommates, and then, Steve, how strict are they if you take a third person in your room?
I don't know because I've never done it.
You've always been.
Yeah,
two
because
people.
if possible, I'd love a roommate if possible. I mean, it's fine if I don't, but I think, why, if I can get a roommate, I'd prefer that.
What is the hotel again?
The Sheridan, if you guys book together, you get a better rate in Expedia if it's a party of 2 versus 1.
Ah,
The
okay.
Sh- The Sheraton what?
Golf and
Fiji.
beach
Yeah.
resort.
It was on
looks
that
beautiful.
attachment that I'd sent you,
Yeah.
Roz.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
And traditionally, depending on the room size, you can pay a little bit, very little extra and get a rollaway too. Or you let them know you have a third person in the room. So if it's
Oh,
2 queen
okay.
beds, you just let them know you have a third person. And sometimes, because rates are built, on double occupancy, you get bigger, heck, me and the family, we used to have 4 of us in the room, and occasionally we had another cowboy with us. We got a rollaway, put them on that or the floor. So, yeah,
That's great.
They do
better than
have
the
a-
trailer, come on.
They do have a sofa, so if it really ends up that, but we can also just take the mattress off the top. I can sleep on the box frame. Somebody can work on the mattress.
No,
We know how.
It's not that big a deal.
It's
We'll
not that
figure it
big a
out.
deal.
Let's
Yep.
look more into what the room is. We can check with the hotel. I'm sure it'll work out. So, yeah, so we'll
Actually,
see.
the room size is pretty nice.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
it's got
they're
a
pretty
sofa,
big.
it's pretty nice.
We can always ask for an upgrade too, if it's possible.
Yeah.
Should I call the Sheridan then and just, well, I guess, I'll wait to hear if you're coming or not. But if you're not coming, then maybe I'll just call the Sheridan and just see if I can upgrade our room, and then I'll pay the difference or whatever. And
Yeah,
we can put like a roller bed in or whatever.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Yeah, it
No,
wouldn't be.
Chelsea, we're gonna go for the
They'll be happy
2 bedroom.
to have
Yeah.
another person staying on the property.
What was that, Jen?
I said, no, we're gonna pay for the upgrade for 2 bedrooms. No, I'm joking. I'm
No.
joking.
Oh.
I know where the
What?
party's at.
Oh, yeah, it'd be room for a bigger party.
Nah,
Yeah,
it should
it'll
be
work
fine.
out.
It should be fine. Yeah.
We got 2 more people that haven't confirmed yet, and that's Danielle and Prenika. And so maybe you guys can room together too
Okay.
with Chelsea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So quickly, Steve, you sent us a whole bunch of options that we could take for tours. But
Yep.
if it is a small group of 10 to 12, would the host be able to direct us as to what, because we all would like to stay together and not do our own thing, I think.
No, that's fine. We'll figure it out. And then Rosie's Tours has concierge desks at all the properties over there. So that it's not a problem. We have access to that right there.
Okay.
And then as far as restaurants and stuff, is there restaurants nearby or do we depend?
Yep.
Okay.
Plenty of restaurants. There's good food at the hotel. They have a couple of restaurants right across maybe about 100 yards from the hotel at the golf course. And then there's a marina that's got Fijian food, Indian food, Japanese food, steakhouse, Hard Rock Cafe, seafood restaurant, all of it. Chinese, whatever your belly wants, they got it.
And we gotta help McDonald's. They have good coffee.
Yeah, well, they have very good ice cream there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Lactose-free,
because they
right?
bring the ice cream in from New Zealand. It's really good.
Oh, that's sheep's milk. Perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, there's restaurants in town, so we'll go and venture. There's a
Good.
lot of places to go, so it's my old stomping ground. We'll take you to some dives that will blow your
Uh-oh.
mind.
Go local, let's go
Yeah,
local.
we're gonna go local for sure.
Well, everybody has always said this has been a fantastic trip that you've put together for everybody. So I know it,
Yeah.
and it's rewarding because you can see how much our efforts have changed people's lives, right? You know, that
Yep.
they're go to school, they get to go, they have a school to go to, and they appreciate it. You know, unfortunately, too much in America, it's always there, so no one appreciates it, but that and on to the
Exactly.
university is amazing, fantastic.
In their third world country, they just got free public education 6 years ago.
Wow.
So before that, if you went to a public school, your parents had to pay a fee plus taxes. It was kind of a backward system when I was a kid. It didn't make any sense to me.
Well, but
What-
then
what is
your
the-
parents made sure you did your homework then.
Yeah, well, that's why I got sent away, Nancy.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, too much rugby and no school.
How much of the population is in the hotel industry or those type of services? Is it like a Lahaina where they rely heavily on tourists?
Tourism is becoming a big money maker for them now. As far as how many, I don't know. I think sugar's still number one, tourism's number two, and then number three is like food, because they do grow, they export food throughout the South Pacific there. And then they also have gold. So they do have some gold mines there. So that's
Wow.
another revenue source. But then the politics of the land is very different from what we have here in the United States. So you do have a parliamentary democratic elected government, but then you also have the Great Council of Chiefs, and then they represent the Vanua, which is the indigenous people, the people of the land, and they have a big say in how government moves forward, because they own 90% of all the land is native owned. So the chiefs have a big say in land, in development. So their whole thing was they learned from Hawaii and Tahiti, and they said, if we're going to do tourism, we want to have the vast majority of it on the upper end, 5 and 4-star hotels, because they wanted to bring the tourists, with the money into the country and not have to overdevelop. So you'd have, end up like having a Waikiki, where you've got to have more hotel rooms to support a lower revenue base per room. So that's the only difference there. You guys, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because we'll be driving from the airport and you're going to see regular homes and then tin shacks and all of a sudden we're going to come to this little bridge and come into this oasis of beautiful properties and a golf course and, you know, all the 5-star hotels. But there's nothing built over 3 stories. So they have that rule outside of the city, the urban area, that you can't build a building higher than a coconut tree. So that's the 3-story rule. Yeah. But it's kind of cool. I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
not like they have a lot of big buildings around. So, and they have exceptions in the town area. You can go higher, but if you're outside of a town or urban designated area, then it can only be 3 stories high.
Wow.
Hey, Steve,
Yes,
what's the weather like right now? Is it the hot and dry or hot and rainy?
it's gonna be summertime, hot. So I would recommend light clothing. We're gonna have to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated.
So Steve,
It's not the rainy season. So they basically, it's like Hawaii. They only have 2 seasons, rainy and not rainy. And there's not a big difference in temperature between summer and winter, maybe like 10 degrees. That's about it.
Not too bad.
so Steve, will either Mark or Teresa determine which schools that we're going to go to each day, and will we have kind of a formal dedication where we're going to talk about the water tank and or the bathrooms, and or the bathrooms go into 2 of the schools, and then we're doing the water in the 6 schools. So we have something kind of figured out on how we're going to present that information to them. If it's the principal or headmaster or whatever they have in that school.
Yep. Well, we'll have them do that for us, and also get the people from the newspaper to come with us so they can promote Rotary in the media, because we want to, make sure that our story gets told. We already have a good connection with the media down there. Every time we go down there, they come and take pictures and do a write-up on what we've done. So that's not going to be a problem. I would definitely have Teresa and Mark set up the other, what schools are we going to do on what day.
Okay, I appreciate that. It's just, that way we know whether or not the headmaster or the principal or whoever, we're going to make the presentation to is there that day, and they're not traveling or committed some other place.
Well,
And
I
then-
know that I am assuming with the presents we're bringing and the amount that the headmasters will definitely be there. Because it's not every day. It's not every day someone shows up with $2,500 worth of stuff for your school, especially down there.
Good. And as much as possible, we'll want to do a Rotary showcase on that whenever we get back on what we're able to do. That's an important piece, I think, for us, and to continue to garner support for a project in Fiji. It'll just be important that we get it posted on a Rotary showcase.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad you.
Sorry, can I just interject really quick?
By all means.
So to piggyback off of that, I would love to write up like either a not a press release necessarily, but an article about this trip and submit it to Rotary International Magazine, and then also have that for whatever publishing that we'd like to do internally within our club.
Yeah.
That's
Can I
perfect, Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a recommendation. Can you coordinate with Marcia? Because she's already started the ball on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I could do
And
that.
I don't want you guys to do double work, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that, and then too, the history, the fact, like Steve just said, the fact that we built that school that many years ago, and now kids from that school that went to university, they are teachers now. It's like everybody, if you just got your well, I just got home last night, my Rotary magazine about Singapore, but they have a thing about how Panama started years ago giving away backpacks. And then they realized that they've taken these rural schools and making sure they now have working computers and stuff, and what a massive difference that's made. I think it's about a 20-year situation too, you know? So it's, the idea is you start with something simple, but when you follow through, you really have results. So
Yep.
that
And
the history is really good.
I want to add some icing on the cake there. The
Ooh,
ironic thing about
chocolate.
yeah, chocolate, definitely. The Nandi Special Education School, when we went there,
Uh-huh.
we got introduced to it by the Nandi Rotary Club. And then we started doing the projects there.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't until 5 years later that I found out that Mark's mother was one of the founding members of that school.
Wow.
So I just thought that was really like, wow, that's how ironic, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
amazing.
I call his mom auntie, you know, she's like
Yeah.
she grew up with my mom. We were generational friends. And I
Yeah.
had no idea that she was one of the founders of that school.
Mm.
So it's pretty cool. And now her son's doing good charity work all the time. When you guys meet him, he's an awesome individual, beautiful person.
Great.
Yeah.
So can someone take video so you can put a video report together so we can show that on the district website?
Oh.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think we can do that. All our phones have video, right? So
Somebody's got to put together the story, and maybe they can play it at the district conference too.
Hey,
ooh, Chelsea.
Chelsea, you and I can work on that together,
Good.
along with Steve. Oh, we
That was
can't
quick. I
forget
passed that
Corey.
one away, boy. Chelsea
Yeah.
and Jan, you guys
Oh,
signed
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Gotta earn our keep. That's totally
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I have a ton of experience with this. This is, this is right up in my wheelhouse. So I can totally take this on. And Jen, thanks for joining.
Yep, I got your back.
So it would be good to
we
get some
also have the
testimonials.
notorious Tim Beatty and Corey Kawamoto joining us, so that provides some comedy.
Okay, so I was just making a list off of here. There's Steve, Randy. Is Lydia coming too?
No,
Okay, so Steve, and then Jan's coming, Chelsea, myself, maybe Roz, and who else is coming?
Tim and Corey.
Corey
Corey, okay.
and Tim and Kanoa Beauty and their 2 kids.
Okay. Okay. And a couple
Tim
other.
wants his kids to see how other kids
Yeah.
have to go to school. So it's going to be an
Fantastic.
education for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I have a suggestion. I printed up all of those wonderful things we could do on those tours, which is pretty overwhelming. I guess I could be there a month probably doing everything, right?
Mhm.
So since it looks like we've only got really one open day, maybe 2 open days, maybe people could look at this and let you know, Steve, if they have a preference. I'm pretty easy. They all look really good to me. I mean, heck, I've jumped out of airplanes, so I'll certainly helicopter into one. And I don't care if it's I owned a boat before, so what the heck, So anyway, if people, I mean, I'm really open, but, and the dinner cruises always sound good, I eat, but.
Yep.
So snorkeling with the sharks, yeah, I've done that before. So, not intentionally, but so if people really have a choice, maybe they should let you know, and then we could have a kind of a consensus, because some of these might not be easy to sign up for at the last minute, especially if it's a big group, you know, and we might be big enough to do 2 different things. So
Yep.
I think maybe the better we plan ahead, the more likely we'll get to do what we want to instead of hanging out and thinking it's going to just all be waiting for us.
Well, Steve has family.
Oh,
Has offered to take us.
it's who we
to
know.
Fiji.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all about local. I'm all about local.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I'm totally open to everything that's on there. It all sounded great, but anyway, if people have a preference, we can check it out.
Yep. Exactly. No problem.
Bringing stuff down, do you need us to pack a second suitcase with stuff we need to carry down, or what's going on that way?
Well, all the school supply, everything we're donating to the schools is being purchased locally. I
Oh.
already did a grant and the money's already been sent. Latoka's got it.
Okay.
So their job is to go out and purchase all the material.
Wow.
The only
Right
thing
now,
oh, go ahead.
Right now, the dollar is pretty strong, yeah, in Fiji.
Yes. It was, when we did the transfer, it was 2.24. So you get $2.24 for every US dollar.
So we're much better to go shopping down there than up here. And we don't have to
Yep.
ship it and carry it. Okay. Much better.
That's why they got a nice big budget. So
Yeah.
all 6 schools, I think it was $2,500 each they're getting.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So that will buy a lot of books and supplies for them.
Okay. Is additional money needed that we should, I mean, I'm willing to donate more if we needed to.
Yeah, we can talk about that because I wanted to make a donation to the Ronald McDonald House,
Okay.
which is run by my friend Mark.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to come up with $2,500, so that would turn into like $6,000 for him.
Uh-huh.
All right, honey.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah,
they're doing a good thing down there with that program, you know.
Okay.
And it's really important, more so because it's just like Hawaii. If a kid needs medical surgery, they've got to come in from the outer islands and go to one of the 2 big cities, you know. And there's, I think, like 180 islands spread out that have people on them, and
Wow.
you know, they live off the land and the ocean. It's not like they've got money in their pocket to pay for a hotel when their kid needs an operation, you know. The government will give it to them for free, but you know, when you get there, there's cost involved, right?
Yeah. No, Ronald McDonald houses are fantastic. So, okay. Well, that, and then let's look at maybe, should we put something together to our Hilo foundation, Hilo Club Foundation for 1,000 or something, you know?
Yep. Because I already talked to Tim.
Okay.
So I told Tim I was gonna give a donation and try and raise some money to make this happen.
Okay. Well, I'll donate,
So
but
we're
I'll also
covered.
talk to the club, because they're a legitimate donation directly to them, but it could still go through our club foundation if we wanted it to. They just need to have a little meeting and get on it. Yes.
Yep.
And actually,
Exactly.
I have mine left to give them too. So from our collection of things for Maui, I've got, as Chelsea knows, a whole bunch of boxes of school supplies I need to get to Maui. So she's going on Monday with 2 big suitcases.
All right.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you guys to maybe think about, you know, maybe bringing a few boxes of macadamia nut chocolates and some coffee and mac nuts to help promote, you know, Hawaii. And also say, you know, I always take gifts down there for our fellow Rotarians, just to say thank you for helping us.
Yeah. Well, I do that too. I just took all this stuff up Northwest. I always used to take the chocolate dip cookies. I've given up because I gotta, you land, you got to run out, get the cooler, put it on ice, don't let it melt, So I'm avoiding the chocolate. I've learned too many times. Here's a box
Yep.
of melted stuff,
That's why the Mac nuts is perfect. That you don't
Yeah.
have to worry.
Yep.
It's all good.
Okay.
I might add, and you might want to check with Corey. Corey went down one time with a bunch of beef jerky omiyagi, and Customs gave him quite the challenge whenever he went down.
Oh,
Beef
Oh.
jerky
Yeah.
is for security at any foreign destination. It is considered a gourmet treat, and they will snag that from your suitcase any opportunity that they can, as we learned when we went to Mexico.
Yep.
Snag beef jerky and said,
And the
sorry.
beef
you can't
jerky,
take
they bloody buggers. It went straight to the break room.
it." Exactly.
It didn't
their
go to the
smiles were this
incinerator.
big.
okay.
The customs woman actually smiled and gave me a nice big wink as we were leaving.
She took it out of the suitcase.
What we thought would be our treats, no, they
Yeah.
become security treats. Yeah, customs. There you go.
Oh God. Okay.
But we're fine on the Mac nut chocolate and Mac nuts
Okay.
and coffee.
Yeah. Good.
There'll be no
Money back
problem
for
with
your
that.
friend.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Gotcha. I'm big on that. Big on that coffee. Oh, I'll call Ed Olson. Maybe he'll give me a bunch. Take over.
There you go.
That's a good
There's
idea.
a connection. Paul coffee right there.
Well, he was so good for our convention too, our conference. He just donated so much and so willing to do so. Okay.
I didn't see the bag. I mean, I saw him when I was packing, but I never got one bag of that.
Oh
coffee.
yeah, no, he gave a lot. I mean, it was whatever we asked for and then some. So
It went.
it went, yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Sounds
I'm
good.
looking forward to it. Do we need to meet one more time before we head out? Maybe in another week or so, just for 15, 20 minutes, just to see if anybody's got any questions or problems. No, and we don't need a visa or anything for
No,
Fiji, right? So just
you
passport.
just have to have a valid U.S. passport that's more than 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If 6 months or less, then they're not going to even check you in for the flight.
Wow. Okay. No, I've
Yeah.
had mine for almost a year. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
10
6
months. Wow. Didn't even think of that. Okay.
That's pretty standard for international now.
Yeah. But other than that, no issues.
Okay.
And no shots, immunizations. How's the
No. All the
COVID?
COVID restrictions have been dropped. They're
But how's-
open for business.
But how's the COVID situation over there?
Minimal. It's not even in the news anymore. They're just
So we should
moving
all
forward.
test before we go.
Yeah.
then. Okay.
I
And then
think they
how's
got
the-
natural immunity built up down there because they were like one of the countries that didn't get enough vaccination shots. They were on the begging for the US and Europe and New Zealand and stuff and Australia to give them, but I know they didn't get 800,000 vaccinations,
Uh-huh.
Hey, Steve,
There's no, go ahead.
I have a quick question. I noticed that the population has grown tremendously within the past 2 years. Is that locals? Is that the Fijians having more?
That's
children?
people moving back to,
Oh.
but people that have moved overseas to go and work.
Uh-huh.
They're starting to move home, people retiring, moving back.
Oh,
They have a stable government now. So that was something that didn't happen before. They had 3 military coups between 1987 and 2006.
Wow.
And actually, when we were down there in 2006, the day we landed, the army took over.
Whoa.
So that was like when we got off the plane, the Army were at the airport, and I was like, "Oh shit, we just had." There must be a
Not
coup
good.
going on, and Corey was like, "Nah, no way." I went, "Bro, the Army's not supposed to be here with their guns." You know?
Thinking it wasn't Corey having multiple kids.
Oh no, he was on his best behavior that trip.
Maybe bringing the beef jerky down helped.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, don't
And
scare
then-
Ross. Naomi, are you and Dean coming?
You
Aw.
have a thing in San Diego, right, Naomi?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I tell
I
you,
miss you.
gotta watch out. These Rotary meetings will eat you up alive.
And then one quick other question before we leave is that how is Fiji Airways and their food?
Excellent and very good.
Okay.
They're like Hawaiian Airlines. Since they got jet airplanes, they've never had a, you know what? I don't like to say the word, but
No, we don't want to.
yeah, no incidents.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
And very highly recruited pilots.
Mm.
My cousins all flew in Kuwait and Dubai in the Emirates. You know, they got recruited. They have good pilots there, so I'm not even worried about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Steve, what about phone plans? I assume
Oh yeah.
we just do the Verizon International or AT&T International plan.
Yep. Tim and I already checked it out. AT&T and Verizon is $10 a day if you use your phone.
Okay.
So that's to me that's very easy. Then you don't have to stress out about
Oh yes.
going to the Vodafone store and getting the
Yeah.
chips, all that bullshit, you know. Because
Yeah.
I actually had I have my own phone down there that I have, but I'm not gonna use it this time. I'm just gonna charge it up and then transfer my numbers to my phone that I have right now.
I think T-Mobile has like for a $30 international plan, unlimited calls and data, but I'll double check if that applies to Fiji.
Okay.
So Steve, what to get my AT&T phone on international, I can just go online, or I have to go down to the AT&T store.
No, we went online and you
Okay.
can sign right on,
Jen
sign
will
into
help.
your account. Yeah.
I'll
You
help.
can
I
do
went
it through your
nuts
phone.
in Melbourne that first week. I couldn't get. I was just absolutely having withdrawal pains for a while, and then by the third week, who the hell cares? You know.
And
No, but-
when we get in, you can check to see if the phone's working. And they have a Vodafone store right there,
Okay.
along with the bank and the ATM and
Okay. Also, we can
everything's
do the
right there.
exchange right there at the airport or right
Yes.
away. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Debit
And we
card,
do
debit
the-
card.
You do the exchange outside of customs
Uh-huh.
because they have one inside customs and a lot of people go to it,
Mhm.
but they're kind of cunning because the rate's not the same.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it's
well-
better to go through customs, go on the outside, go to the outside bank. They have a better exchange rate.
Okay. Now you said have debit cards. Is it okay to have credit cards, or you need a debit card?
No, credit cards are fine.
Okay.
Just be
Yeah.
aware that credit cards might have a surcharge.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
The other thing with carriers is that once you hit the country that you're in, you'll get a notice from your carrier. You are now on unlimited or whatever plan you have will be in effect. If you don't get that message, then be wary because that's when you might have extra charges.
Okay.
That the carrier will notify you as soon as you touch ground
Okay.
that your plan is in effect. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Roz, do you and Chelsea have any questions? You guys have been kind of quiet.
I don't have any specific. Mine is more or less just getting my accommodations booked. So, I want to definitely give you know, anybody who's coming time to decide if they're coming, but I also get a little anxious not having that set up yet. So I'd like to, you know, get that coordinated. So that was my big question. And then I guess just, you know, if there's any specific customs as far as in the culture we need to be aware of and how we conduct ourselves, but that would be it.
Yeah. We're not gonna let you be homeless, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
Okay.
thing is they're kind of conservative. So, you know, like no skimpy G-string bathing suits kind of stuff. When you're
Yeah, I
walking
think
down
that's not gonna
I don't
town.
have mine anymore, you're safe.
But that's it. That's about it. I mean, you know, other than real short shorts, that's about the only thing I would say.
But like a regular bathing suit's fine, correct?
Correct. Because
Okay.
you know what? You're only going to be in your bathing suit in the pool at the hotel, or if we go out on a day cruise,
Yeah, exactly.
which is that's all tourist anyway. So it's not,
Yeah.
we don't have to
Gotcha.
worry about
Yeah,
some
there'll be some, yeah.
some guy coming up to us saying, you know, you're sinning and you need to go to church and repent.
Oh no.
But here's your glass of tequila while you go.
Yeah, have some kava, bro, and chill out, man.
Yeah,
Right.
and as Steve said, as long as you're respectful of the natives and then it's a turnaround, right, Steve?
Yeah, you know, it's not that much different from Hawaii. It's just it's not as developed, you know, as far as infrastructure and economy. So that you'll be able to see the difference between a U.S. administrated territory versus a British former colony territory. So they're still very British. They have a different sense of humor, but you know, just roll with it.
Yeah,
It's all good. That's what Rotary is all about.
yeah.
Flexibility, learning other cultures and their traditions and how they live. And, you know, Hawaii's not that different. You guys, all we got to do is remember what takes a day in Hawaii takes a week in Fiji. So you got to be really flexible. You know, you can't stress out about, oh shit, the bus is 10 minutes late. He'll be here in 15 minutes. You know, don't stress out. He's coming.
Yeah.
Hawaiian
So,
time
and that's it. I mean, you know, have an open mind, you know?
New Zealand, I felt like was that way, very much like Hawaii, smaller, and super friendly, you know.
Yeah, it's the same thing there. They just speak funny.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, they speak English, but you know,
I could hear.
there's some bush English out there too, and you're gonna be like, huh?
Top
What'd
of
you
the
say?
day. Top of the day to you.
Yeah. Very good.
All right.
We're excited. It's less than 2 weeks away, guys. Roz,
Yeah.
I really, really, really hope you
Yeah,
join us
Roz,
because
come.
You're among some good friends that will all be together, you know. Naomi, we're definitely gonna miss you.
Yeah.
I wish
And
you were
Roz,
here.
I saw your sign. I saw you got signed up for Singapore, so that's great.
Question
Everybody
about
here is
that.
going to Singapore, right?
I-
Chelsea is.
I signed up. I signed up for Singapore in May of 2023.
Oh, okay, but you got the room.
So your thing was, and I talked to Naomi about it. It
Okay.
says you've registered for the convention when that's already done and paid for.
Okay. So, but you got, I saw something come through. So you got your room signed up then? Naomi, did she get her room done? She might keep her. So,
Well, and the
everybody
good thing
is
too
going.
about the convention is that they have now came out with some of the HOC events and the tour events, so you can kind of start to plan when
Right.
you're going to go and when you're going to come back. That was the hard
Yeah.
thing to do your airlines, if you're going to do post or pre-tours and stuff, and the tours that they're going to have going on while they're down there. So
Yeah. Yeah, that just came
After-
out.
Yeah, and I also got to mention that as far as we're talking about Singapore, that my husband's first cousin has an employee that is from Singapore, and he has offered to take anybody that wants to eat really, really, really good food. He knows all the hideaways, diners, or whatever. And
Nice.
he'd be happy to take us to where it's authentic Singapore and fabulous food. So all we have to do is let
I
him
need
know.
a place for
He'll be in
about
Singapore
75
during the
people
week.
for dinner one night on Sunday, the 26th.
Because who wants to go to Singapore and eat steak? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At a
No
steak
way.
restaurant.
No, 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 no,
Right,
no.
right. So he's
Yeah.
he's offered to do that for us if we need him.
Good.
Mhm.
Good, good.
well, I've got to scoot, guys.
Okay.
Good.
Same time, same station next week.
Yeah.
Do we need it that soon? How about closer to that weekend, about maybe like the 29th or something, 28th or
Nancy,
something?
next week is already the 29th.
Oh, shit. Well, that's right. Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
little behind. I've been gone for 2.5 weeks. That happens.
But we could do it on on Thursday next week, or
I agree.
whatever's convenient for folks. Yeah, I just thought doing it one more time before we all head for the airport might be a good thing, so we know exactly who's going, and if anybody has any last minute questions or concerns.
Okay, well, we can't do it on the 28th. That's our Hilo Maui fundraiser, our big events at 5:30 on
Rally.
the 28th. So
Mm.
I'm okay. Yeah, next week, this time Tuesday. That way I put it down now. Okay.
Yeah, if Tim and Corey can join us, if we can find a time that would be good for them too, then
Okay.
they can put their input. And anybody else that may be attending, Roz, we really, really
Yeah,
would
come on
love for you
down.
to join us.
That would be on the Tuesday, the 26th. We'll talk again then.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, well, thank you to Steve. And then Jen did the reservation. I can't remember what I was so crazy busy with. Oh, I had a big board meeting. So I just gave Jen the charge card. Here, take care of it. Here's my name, my number. Yeah.
We're
So,
all
but the
good,
cost
and,
was really good. I think the cost was amazingly low.
yeah, we
so-
got some great deals. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with Sheridan.
See you all next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Mahalo.
See you next Tuesday.
Aloha.
Oh, no, we'll see you on, we got a meeting on Friday. Yes. Okay. And Peace Walk around the island on Thursday. Ooh,
That is
yeah.
Thursday. I'll be at Mauna Kea Gil Kahele Park with Beverly and others.
Okay.
I'm the driver. Yay.
Okay. I think
All right.
I might go all the way to Kona just so I can be supportive of those clubs.
Hey, real quick, Naomi, do you have any reason why Alan might have called me and might have been a butt dial, but he didn't leave a message?
Okinaka, Aligo.
Kusunoki-san.
Oh,
Kuni.
I'm taking 2 people. I'm wondering if he's trying to catch a ride. I'll follow up with him. That's okay. Great.
All right. Well, you guys have a good evening.
Okay. Thank you, Steve.
Nui. Talk to you.
You're
It's-
welcome.
Social tomorrow night.
guys.
There's social at Temple, so we'll meet again at the Temple tomorrow night,
I'll
right?
see you tomorrow night.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys,
Chelsea.
on Thursday, are you gonna be at the Hilo Honganji at 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's Kua Okala at 7:30, I think, and then they meet at Hilo Honganji at 9 a.m. and then we all head up to Mauna Kea or Gilkahele Park
Park, right.
Okay.
And then we have
and we come
the
back.
West
down.
Hawaii Civic Center at 2 o'clock and Sunset in Kona Peaceful at, yes.
Okay, so there is a Zoom, there's a statewide Zoom for Peace Day. They're gonna
Okay.
ring bells at 9 o'clock, and they're gonna feature the presentation of the peace pole at that Hilo Honganji. So everybody on the
Okay.
Zoom is gonna see it. So if you guys can be there to be in the Zoom, so you can, be seen by everyone.
I'll
Okay.
coordinate with Beverly and make sure that happens. Okay,
Yeah.
No
So
problem.
Bev Beaver and Art are the contact for Reem.
Beverly Hikes is
Oh,
AG.
so it's Bev Beaver that's not Bev
Yep,
Beaver?
Deb, there's a Deb.
Deb
Oh,
Beaver.
Deborah
Deb-
Beaver.
Okay. So she's
Deborah.
the contact for this thing.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
And Jen, Hilo Hong 1G, is that the one by downtown by
Yeah, across
Starbucks?
from Domino's Pizza and all of,
Yep.
well, the former,
Hey,
but
Naomi,
okay.
can you
Ben
stay
Franklin.
on?
All right. Thank you, ladies. Naomi,
All right,
thank you
Okay.
very
mahalo, we look
much.
fun. We're
Thanks,
gonna have a
Steve.
blast, Steve.
All right.
We're gonna have a
Aloha.
blast.
And
Thank
Naomi,
you,
thank you,
guys.
thank you. I see that you
We
did,
miss you,
everything's going,
Naomi.
and Yoke and we're all set for Saturday.
Yep. I'm so bummed. I want to go with you guys.
I
Me too,
know.
but you know what? You're doing bigger and better things, and I hope you make a difference for.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Oh,
I really do. I think
is she
they're
gonna have hard
they're
people to
happy.
train? I know one idiot going. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
mahalo,
thanks, Russ.
everybody.
Thanks, Naomi.
Aloha.
Thanks, Jen.
Love
Talk
you,
to soon.
Russ.
Okay,
Okay,
bye. Love you.
Bye.
I'll get out of you guys to stay in for a meeting. Bye.
Wow.
So we got the
Oh my
nice
God.
backgrounds. Nancy should have this
Yeah.
background too.
We have the nice back.
What's up?
So, okay. I'm gonna switch the subject for a moment or two. At the zone, what are you presenting?
I'm doing 4 classes for GITS and NATS. So it's the Ed Week before Zone.
Who gets in that?
Yeah. So I do I'm doing 5 classes. One is online, preparing to be a DG. I'm doing understanding your district, one on conflict preparing to for with disasters and risk management. I'm doing CEO as DG with Clint and Mo. And then what's that last one? There's 4 that I'm doing at the Ed Week.
Who's doing the introductions?
Well, introductions for
The last evening when they introduced the DGEs.
for Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday evening.
I don't know who's doing it, but there's the graduation.
Yeah,
I don't know who's doing that.
you don't know, but that's a part of the program, right?
Well, that's for Institute. I'm in the Ed Week before Institute.
Oh, okay, so you're not a part of that portion of it.
Nope.
Is Mark doing anything? I know Kathleen is, but is Mark doing anything?
Well, he's got to take the classes. No, he doesn't have to take. He's not doing anything. So
He's already had the classes, right? So he
Right,
doesn't
right.
have to do that.
right, and we were supposed to have usually we get together in the DG's room, yeah, but he's saying that they're not going to do that. They're going to have this big reception afterwards, which
Yeah, I heard him say that, yeah.
it's like, no, that's no fun.
Can't we still do something if we have, like in
Yes.
our room?
Yes, we could.
I think that would be good for Ted if we did that.
Yep. So some of the garden rooms have an outside patio that then we can spread out.
What, can't we get a room with we're gonna be in the same place in San Diego we were before, right?
No, this is a different place. This is Town and Country. It's a different hotel.
Oh, that's right, that's right. What am I thinking? San Diego, something else. Town and Country, yeah. I think we should do something for Ted.
Yep.
Now, Ted mentioned something about traveling for the Institute, for the Assembly in Florida, some problems. Remember at the PDG's council?
Oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention because. Are you going to
I
IA?
Yeah. So I sent him some information, I sent him a note. I don't have his phone number. I just wanted to know what kind of problems he was having with those people in Florida.
Oh, okay. So the thing with he was talking about was the NWCP, and they were blocking. So there's some travel alerts, and it's because of the state of Florida. They have some kind of thing with DEI, and so people were questioning Rotary. Oh, you know what? Let me
With
stop this recording.
DEI?